I'm Brittany Lewis with Forbes Breaking News. At a House Armed Services Committee markup of the National Defense Authorization Act on Wednesday, Congressman Matt Gaetz spoke about an amendment proposed by Congresswoman Veronica Escobar. The Florida Republican slammed the amendment and called it, quote, the double down on wokeness in the military. Gaetz said that this amendment should kill any bipartisan support the National Defense Authorization Act would have. Listen in for his remarks here.
Mr. Chairman, he's too modest to himself, so I seek unanimous consent to enter into the record Woke Warriors in National Review by Mike Gallagher, How DEI Threatens the DoD.
Without objection.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is the double down on wokeness in the military, but it extends the wokeness in the military to a mandate on the private sector that supports the mission. You know, I called a Democrat in my district who's in the defense business this morning and is in the RDT&E space, and I asked him, so at your company, what did you guys do for Pride Month? And he laughed at me and said, we're in the munitions and missiles testing business. We just focus on our mission. And I said, well, you better be ready to answer what you did for Pride Month, what's your plan for, you know, minority board members by 2050 at a certain percentage or ratio. And it's just craziness, whether it's in our military or in the private sector. I say this to my Democrat colleagues. This will be the amendment that I see in the package that we will consider today that will drive Republicans off of this bill. And you know you need Republicans to pass this bill on the floor. You may need a few to pass it in this committee. And if this is in there, I'm telling you, it's going to be like the red flag laws last year. It will make it incredibly difficult to do the otherwise fantastic work that so many of us have contributed to this legislative product. And I say this to my Republican colleagues. This is precisely the type of amendment that should drive you off this bill. It really is. If this becomes law, we are waving the white flag of surrender on these issues. And I don't want to have to explain to our colleagues on the floor how we let something like this get into a legislative bill on the floor of the House of Representatives. We should not do it. We should stand strong against this. And there are so many good things we can do without trying to mandate wokeism to defense contractors of all size. I yield back.